All right, let's go ahead and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're going to be checking out another demo that was made available during the Steam Next Fest, which is currently over. However, this demo is still live as of the recording, which is on the 18th. I don't know when this video will go live, so just FYI, in case it's not available anymore, I do apologize in that advance. This is Wizards of Legend 2. If you're not familiar with this one, fear not, because that is what we're checking out today. This is, of course, a sequel to the game of the same title, minus the 2. That one had a more pixelated retro-style way of gameplay, but basically they keep the same formula more or less. Essentially, you go dungeon diving, rogue-lite fashion. You go through different floors of randomly generated rooms, beat up enemies until you get to a boss. The cool thing about in this game is you are a wizard and you are able to change your spells. You go into combat with 3 spells by default. It looks like you may be able to get more spells based on those 2 empty spots. Maybe that's consumables. I don't know. Again, I didn't play the first Wizards of Legend. Oh, wow. I didn't play the first Wizards of Legend, so I am not super familiar with the ins and outs of the games, looks like it has some new skills to my name if I wanted to grab some. Let's try this one. So I have put a little bit of time into this one, mostly just because I wanted to get access to lightning spells, because I am a big fan of lightning spells in these games. But as you can see, you have 3 spells by default, each of which build up, or your basic spell right here for me is this basically chain lightning. I can tell you what the name of it is right here. You can swap them out for different elements. I am currently using the one called Bolt Rail. I got this after beating a boss. You also have the Aeromancer's Grasp, which looks a little bit like this. It just basically teleports you to the enemy and does a flurry of blows. But then you have a little bit more hard-hitting, slower intention abilities like the Earth Knuckles right here, which will basically give you a giant rock fist. You still teleport, but obviously a little bit more oomph in trade of it being a little bit slower of an attack. And then finally, the other spell we have at our default is the Fireball, which I believe you start with, and does exactly what you imagine a fireball would do. At the same time, we also have a signature spell. This is basically our what we're going to be spending our little blue bar down there. So if you can look at the bottom of my abilities, you'll see there's a blue mana bar that fills up every time I hit them with my little shock hands attack. As it fills up, you will then be able to perform your Y attack. I mean, you can perform your Y attack at any point, but basically this is my Y. It goes on a cooldown. Everything is cooldown based here. But after you fill up this bar, you'll notice that my signature spell on my Y button right there is highlighted. That means if I press Y, it'll do a like a special version of the spell, in which basically it'll create a little suction vortex. And then we have my right bumper button, which is essentially me throwing a lightning bolt that does chain lightning to enemies around it. Although we just did pick up a new version, which is this one right here, the Shock Assault. I think we're going to try that one out. I think it's going to be really fun. We also have access to Ice Blast as well as Stone Kick. But I think I'm going to go set with this one. And I believe this one allows me to, basically dash to an enemy and teleport around. You can even unlock new outfits later on. I don't believe that I have anything required to do this. Looks like I need 100 gold and 25 whatever those rock shards are. Oh, wait. It's the shards that it costs. I start with 100 gold on my run if I go with this one. Oh, okay. I see. I don't know what I spend the other currencies on. Wait a minute. I have enough. If I want to go, let's see. I didn't realize I had that many. I want to do the one that gives me extra health. There we go. Cool. And that changes the cloak of my character. Ooh, I like that. But we're going to have to start a run. If you like the content, you want to see more Wizards of Legend 2 here on the channel, or games like it, make sure you're liking and subscribing. Comment down below, let me know what you think of the game, and let's jump into it. I cannot tell you if I will actually survive or not, but I can hope for the best. So as you see, we'll come into a room. This is very reflex heavy. If you want to make sure you are very safe, your dodge does go on a sort of a, I think it's not on a cooldown at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I want to see how this works. It's okay. The cool thing is our lightning skill is good at chain lightning at enemies. You do have to be careful though, because you can in fact pull enemies into you and then take a hit. You want to make sure to break all these containers while you can. I'm going to go ahead and use this as well. I will knock enemies over there on the side if I can. And I love that. I love the cleanup there. I'm not sure if I like it more than the lightning bolt with the chain lightning on it, but it is pretty cool looking. You will want to watch out because you will find that there are branching paths here, and you can find some treasures if you go along out of the way. And there are hazards. As you, oh, I'm taking a lot of hits here. I was trying to get that little flower bud there so they take the splash damage. That's my fault. I gotta make sure that I don't take too much extra damage, as it is very possible to not get healed up before a boss or whatever. And that definitely would be the way. No. I'll make sure to get these coins over here. Items are fairly expensive this game, so going out of your way to make sure that you have what you need in order to continue on is very nice. Oh shit. Ugh. See, I am not an expert at this game. I'm taking hits left and right. Let's go ahead and hit them with one of these. Hit them with one of these. This guy is stunned. Hopefully we'll be able to find a place to heal up soon. Looks like we have, see, every time you get hit, an explosion shocks nearby enemies. A water shield that orbits you negates enemy projectiles. Dashing through enemies will burn them. I think we're going to go with water cushion. Just mostly because we've been taking some hits, and maybe the water shield will help solve that just ever so slightly.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
I'm just trying to make my way through here. I want to try to minimize the hits that we take. There's a chest over here. Some of these you will sometimes do events such as like defeating enemies before chests will open. Now we do have two branching paths here. It's important to note what I've noticed so far. I don't know if this is the same in the first game because again didn't play it, but you'll notice that there's some purple flutteries here in the sky. Basically that means that is the predetermined destination that we need to go to, which means this is the area that we have just in their way to check out, which is a nice little thing to know where you're supposed to go and where not. A lot of games have a lot of branching paths sometimes, and you just got to retrace your steps hoping you get in the right direction. You'll see here we have a shop. We have a lot of options here. Unfortunately for us, the only option that we have available to us that we could use right now is probably this health purchase, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Hopefully we'll be able to get more gold, and hopefully I will not take any more hits, but I doubt it. Because there's one thing I'm good at, it's taking hits. I think we're good there. We go ahead and hit them there. Also, I do like these hazards. They do respawn. And you can tell most of these enemies, they will stagger as long as you keep the pressure up on them. There are very few enemies that don't take the stagger damage. The only things that I can think of right off the top that don't stagger right away are there's some enemies that will have stagger bars under them that you'll have to fulfill before you can do it. So we have a treasure chest here. We're going to activate this one, kill the enemies, and then we'll be free to go. Ow. We basically erased directly into that mosquito, or whatever that's worth. Well, that's a small hit. I'm going to take this guy out. There we go. And that's our chest. What do we get out of it? Looks like we got lightning conductor. Attacking frozen enemies with a lightning attack deals extra damage. That makes me actually... Oh, we got to pick that up. Okay. I think at some point you might be able to swap your signature spells if you find the right pieces. And we might swap out our little whirlwind for our lightning. Or for our icicles.
Some souls are better off not tasting eternity, especially when they squandered it.
Make sure to take care of this guy. I hate the telegraphed attacks because if they hit, they're telegraphed, so they must hit a little bit harder. Let's go ahead and take care of him. And I'll take care of this guy. That should be it for us. Oh, it looks like you can. I didn't even realize you can actually hold that button down. Ah, I'm gonna try that. I'll see what happens. Like, I wonder if that does more damage to enemies if you hold it down in the groups. Let's find out. Oh, we're at a special enemy here. Oh, okay. Gotta be sure we do good against this guy. Ow. Oh. Oh, can we get him? There he is. He's dead. We also got Arcana, Breaker Tiamat. Water Dragon rushes forward, creating waves of water. Oh, we got another ability.
Melee attack at range. Melee Arcana are so limited.
I didn't know we would get another ability. So yeah, you can get other spells to fill in the slots.
Issues, wizard? Do you need someone to talk to?
I like the fact that you can channel this melee attack for a limited duration. And we got a heal room, which is nice. Hold the teleport to the end of the room. I guess that's if you wanted to retrace your steps to check the rest of the level. And we are at a boss area. Let's see if we have any luck against him. He is one of the 2 bosses that are made available for the demo.
If you aren't afraid to get dirty, this elemental will crumble before you.
Alright. Oh, shit. Oh. We are not doing well. Oh.
Ouch.
I'm not doing good at all. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. It's been a couple of days since I actually played this. Alright, so there goes out his AoE attack. It looks like he didn't get hit by pretty much any of that. We'll do a couple of those hits. And it looks like that's really good for staggering. There we go. And the boss is down. And that was me making a whole bunch of mistakes there. But fortunately for us, we managed to succeed there. I kept on hitting the wrong button for the water dragon, but I am glad that we managed to get it. It looks like now we have the ability to upgrade one of our attacks. Our Zephyr Dash becomes a whirlwind, dash forward before summoning an air vortex that pulls enemies in and slows their movement down. Dash again to repeat the vortex effect one more time. Channel a short stream of lightning that jumps to other targets. Or ride a bolt of lightning to shock enemies in their area. Cast the ultimate version when the signature bar is fully charged. Okay, so this one basically gets a signature version after our little bar is full. That could be interesting, but I want to kind of see the rail circuit upgrade. That could be pretty cool. Let's find that out. We got 2 more levels. Or, yeah, I think so. That was a boss, but apparently that's like a mini boss. I think there's only like one static main boss, but I guess we'll have to find that on our own. Ooh, I really like that. And we got a heal crystal here, which is nice. I don't know if that's going to do it. I don't even really feel like that healed us all that much, if I'm being completely honest. But I do like this, this chain lightning thing. It's pretty dope. Oh, there's a spawner over here. That's what's causing them to spawn so much. Ooh, yeah, no, chain lightning is, they're pretty good. or the rail lightning, whatever they want to call it. We also have a bonus
Are
thing
you
here.
going to clean up that
Let's check it out.
Wizards have no sense of politeness these days.
No, no, no. Extra hits. Just keep on moving a little bit. Hopefully we can beat that guy right there. I would rather fight one of these and two of those over the last little setup we had. Okay, now that those are guys done, we can take care of them. I believe our water shield actually saved us there. And what do we get here? Looks like we got a cursed relic. Lowers your crit damage by 70%, but your crit chance is 30%. Evade increased by 40%, but you can take double damage. Do not like that. Each level, your Arcana increases damage by 10% and cooldown by 5%. Increases melee damage by 25%, but reduces projectile Arcana damage. What do we have? Is there a way to tell if these are melee? Melee. I think that all of our stuff might be melee. It doesn't say ranged, but I don't know. I'm kind of worried that our rail lightning is considered melee. I'm gonna take that.
What do you have there? Hold your hands out.
I mean, it is a big reduction in crit damage, but we're hitting a lot of attacks in a row, so I feel like it's worth it. If only because of the fact that we hit so many times. If we didn't hit so many times in a row, I would be concerned. I'm gonna try to hit somebody with a water dragon. Yeah, that feels good. I didn't know you could actually move with that one, which is pretty cool. We gotta remember to keep on using that ride the lightning thing whenever we get a chance to. Oh. Okay. Very close there.
Nothing like it in all the world. Here goes
All of them down.
in comparison to the wonders of Sharkia.
We shall have to agree to disagree.
Ooh. Yeah, no, that attack has definitely proven its merit. Looks like we can go ahead and do... I'm gonna go with the free option. Extra damage on our rail lightning after we kind of nerfed it on the crit damage front.
Wait, they can hear me, can't they?
Feeling a little bit better there. Yeah, that's feeling a little bit better. What we got this? More coins? I hope we get to a store before we end the level. Oh, no! That's extra damage I did not want to take. With us being so low on health, I really hope that we can turn this around. Alright, those guys are down. Thank you, Water Dragon. And hopefully there's a shop over here. It is a shop. Nice. With a frog with a cool top hat. Although, choose one of your relics to trade. We're going to trade this one. The only one we get is healing effects are increased by 25%.
I missed the relic, Snad.
But it's kind of better than what we had, because we're never going to take advantage of it. Not on this run, at least. I want to try to get rid of that shrine there if we can. There we go. As long as we stay here around cover, we should be fine. There we go.
I'm starting to think you're breaking things on purpose to
I think maybe we'll actually get another heal station available to us as we start the next area, which is the boss arena, I believe. What do we have here? Looks like we have... Oh, here's a healing. We'll take that one. And then we can afford forward to one more thing. Let's see. Let's see. Berserking sandwich. After being hit, there's an opportunity 2 seconds to heal yourself by hitting the enemy. Each hit heals you for 10% of the last damage taken. I think that's pretty good. But what about this guy over here? Looks like we could have swapped off our Ride the Lightning for our another skill if we wanted to. It either does that or it gives us an additional one. I think it's just a swap, honestly. So I think I'm going to go with the Berserking Sandwich. I feel like that feels like a pretty solid choice. Because we have been hit. Being able to react and hit the enemy enough times to get some health back would be nice. Plus we get an initial hit. Oh, okay. Ah, so we actually managed to get some extra health back for ourselves, and we are now fighting the boss of the demo. Akram Bakdar, or something like that.
He's big, but he is also a big baby.
Alright, let's try to hug this enemy. I think we're doing pretty good so far. We gotta just make sure that we're staying out of the way of that. Luckily for us, we do have some of that heal. We're able to recover if we want to. I'm gonna bring this enemy over here to the middle of the room a little bit. I'm hoping we, so bouncing boulder, we gotta watch out for it. We gotta watch out for a couple of those. Smacked by 2 of them, though. Oh, wow. Okay, so it goes for a 4 hit now. We're getting outsmarted by this guy who hits 4 times now. There we go. Much better. There we go. I'm feeling so much better about this than we were just a moment ago. Gotta make sure to deal this extra damage while it's done. I'm sure we're gonna get another one of those boulder phases soon. There we go, boulders going out. Can we stay away from getting hit by the boulder? Maybe. Alright, so we lured him over. Gotta remember we're dealing with that guy who can squash us with his butt. Use our signature. And it looks like our whirlwind actually slows him down a bit. Breaking him down. There we go. And that is the boss down. Overall, I got to say, I made a lot of mistakes there, but I was able to capitalize again, learning the pattern. I would honestly say that boss may have been a little bit easier than like the mid boss there.
When you face me, I expect you to do your very best. But it won't be enough to save you.
Looks like we have a couple options here. Let's go ahead and max our HP by 75 points, but I don't think it matters because I believe this is also the end of the run. For the demo, we can go ahead and head back to the base and explore a little bit and see if there are any other options for a character as far as things we can do. This is basically how every run starts out with, by the way. Every time you start a new run, you'll pop up at base and they'll give you a couple of passives here to choose from. I honestly wish that was something they would probably better off putting at the beginning of a run rather than when you first get into your hub area. Kind of find it strange that they do here. But we picked up an Arcana crystal, by the way, when we beat that boss. And because of that, we now have the ability to pick up another thing. And this wasn't here before. Launches a lightning bolt that zaps from foe to foe, chaining through enemies. Each strike shocks enemies, leaving them momentarily stunned. Ooh, I like that. Let's go ahead and take that, because that'd be cool. I want to try that out. Let me see. That was the signature ability. Cool. So now, if we want to do that, that thing's pretty cool. Let's build up our Arcana bar here. I want to see how it looks. It helps build up the bar for sure, and I do like the fact that it does chain. All right, our Arcana bar is almost full. Oh, that's definitely pretty awesome looking. And then looks like we can also get another style if we so wanted. Let's start with mostly we went to the adventure. What color outfit does that do? Oh, we gotta hold down. That's right. Is that the one we were looking at? Okay, so you got a green cloak. So I guess they're all basically just like matching what they have. Okay, that's not too bad. So you do have the different setups. I'm assuming there are probably going to be other cloaks that you actually unlock during the base game as well. But you can basically come over here if you want to cosmetically change the way your character looks. So yeah, that was Wizards of Legend 2, a little showcase of what the game looked like. I actually find this to be fairly enjoyable. I might have to go back and check out the original game for myself, seeing as how I was never able to get around to playing it. I actually don't know why I would never attempted it. It was definitely in my wheelhouse of games to try out. So that may be something I showcase in the future before we jump into Wizards of Legend 2, because as of right now, I feel fairly confident this is kind of the game that I would enjoy so much that I'll end up picking up for myself. But what are your thoughts on Wizards of Legends 2? Were you a fan of the first one? I know that it seems to be pretty contentious among the Wizards of Legends community based off what they got now compared to what Wizards of Legend 1 was. I do know that some people aren't big fans of the new change in art style. And they want the game to be more or less in line with what 1 was. But I also see some people who are excited about what 2 brings to the table. So that being said, that was, again, Wizards of Legend 2. If you like the content, I'm going to leave a description down in the bottom of the channel if you want to check out the game for yourself over on the Steam page and or wish list it. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video. Later.